Hi, my name is Julia Massey, and today I'm going to be talking about my brain. I have a really unique, special noggin, and I'd like to share some facts about it with you. My main purpose for doing this is to elucidate the mental health is very secretive. Mental health can't be seen like other injuries. When someone breaks their leg, you know it's broken. You can see the cast or their shin sticking out of their skin. However, you have no idea what's going on in people's brains most of the time. And there's a stereotype that a lot of these things I'm going to be talking about that I deal with are totally different than what I'm going to talk about. I'm so well spoken. Anyways, I think it's very important for people to realize how common all of this is. The fact that so many people will deal with these things and more, and no one even knows. There's such a stigma around it, and I was really scared to talk about it at all for the longest time. But screw it. It's my brain. It makes me me. Without my brain, frankly, I'm just a pile of skin. So, yeah, let's get into it. I have been diagnosed with GAD, OCD, depression, PTSD, DID. Thing I deal with most and that I feel most prevalent at all times, or at least is most ubiquitous in my life, is OCD. I think when a lot of people hear OCD, they think it means straightening your pencils in front of you or lining up your hoodie strings. Yes, those things do irk me, and I'm the same way, but mine are more on the compulsive side than the obsessive. No, they're both, but you'll see. I have a lot of tics that go with my OCD. For example, when I'm watching TV, my mind will fixate on a word or a phrase and write it repeatedly with my finger on my leg. I rarely even notice I'm doing this. After I've done like the 20th pass, I'm like, oh, what am I writing on my leg? And I have to figure out the word or phrase that my fingers have drawn. It's weird. I know. Isn't that peculiar? My noggin came up with that. Something else my brain will do when watching TV. It does a lot of while watching TV. Sorry, I don't want to cuss. My brain will also hyperfixate on a word or phrase, and in my mind, I will have to line up the words on top of each other to justify them so they're all the same length. That doesn't make any sense. I'll show you an example. Also, when I'm watching TV, let's say, for example, two characters are having a dialogue. Character A says something, and then when character B starts speaking, my brain will say, okay, don't breathe until character A speaks again, and then I'll hold my breath. That one is like super common right now. I don't know why. My brain like loves to do that to me. Anyways, for me, OCD, and I think for most people, OCD is when your brain tells you to do things and you're kind of unable to say no. That seems so weird, right? You're probably wondering, just don't do it. Your brain convinces you that something very bad is going to happen if you don't do what it tells you. I know, knock it off. It's trying to sabotage me. Anyways, mine is a lot about routines. Every single night for probably the past 5 years, I've done the same ab exercise 100 times before bed. Like, what the why? Another thing that has to be the same every night, and I guess every day, is my like face routine and hair routine and how I get ready. I use the exact same products in the exact same order and the exact same motions every single night and morning. There's something in my brain that's like, if you don't do this every day, there's going to be a disaster. OCD recently has been kind of debilitating for me. It has been like constant, especially since I'm in quarantine and I have nothing to do. My brain is like just having a blast up there, giving me to occupy myself with. I'm moving around a lot, and I'm like moving my feet and my fingers, and they have to be even on both sides. It's a waste of my time, but my brain tells me to do it, and I do. OCD usually comes with anxiety and depression, which I have. Anxiety is mostly little things from 4th grade where I embarrassed myself. They'll keep me up at night so my brain can just remind me of that one time where I said a silly thing to one person and they took it as offensive, and it plays in my head over and over again at 12 a.m. It's bizarre, but it's interesting, isn't it? It's kind of cool. It's not cool for me, but it's interesting. Depression. It's depression. Depression for me isn't so much about being just like, I was like that for a long time. My freshman year, I was just, bleh. Right now, because of all the stuff going on up there, it's mostly just like a wave of sadness. Really not fun sadness. The really super crazy, cool, fun, funky, fresh thing is right now, since I'm in quarantine and I have nothing to do, and I do this most of the time too, so it's not just a special event right now, but when I have all these different, disorders going on in my brain, they like to kind of have a little bit of fun, party with each other, fight a bit. For example, my depression will say, okay, today you're absolutely not getting out of bed. You're not going to get up and wash your face or change your clothes. You're not going to take care of yourself. Do you hear me? Then my OCD is like, you have to get out of the bed right now. If you don't wash your face with the exact same products in the exact same order today, a plane's going to crash. Then my anxiety is like, you better get up. You're wasting your time. Go write a script. Go jog around your neighborhood. Do you understand? I can't get a break, so I've learned how to embrace it and fix it. What I was really scared of for a long time was asking for help and admitting it. I'm a very skeptical person. I was like, sure, not everyone deals with this, but it can't be that big of a deal, right? Like, I'm probably just making it up. Yeah, turns out I'm not. So, the last two are PTSD and DID. I have PTSD from a traumatic event that happened in my childhood. And the DID comes with that. PTSD for me, I didn't want to believe I had it. I felt like I didn't deserve to say I had PTSD. I haven't been in a war. I haven't lived through something crazy. But it comes in all different shapes and sizes. Traumatic events can be really small, and you don't even realize that they're traumatic events until you're like, why is my brain so up? It's that. You either have fight or flight in these instances. My brain flew the away. Now that's kind of my brain's response. So I have something called blackouts. And no, it's not from alcohol. It is just because my brain is like, oh, hell no, I'm not dealing with this right now. Let's say I'm in a concert and it's super crowded. Oh, it's out of there. So most of the concerts I attend, I don't remember, which is sad. What happens to me during blackouts is I'm still seemingly normal. I think I'm quieter than usual. I haven't seen myself in one before, so I don't know. But most of the time people don't even know. I'm a great actress. But then once I'm out of it, I have no idea what happened. My long-term memory is all. It's terrible. I don't remember anything from my back then or even a year ago. I don't know. It's just like that. It's like, let's not deal with this shit. My brain is it doesn't like to have confrontation. The DID, when I first got told I had that, my psychiatrist kind of just like brushed over it and pulled the phone. DID. I thought that DID was all about people who left their body, had alters, had different names and like types of alters inside them, which is what DID is, I think, for most people. But I think what led my psychiatrist to diagnose me with that is that I black out so much. And I do leave my body and I'm still there, cognizant, but, well, not really cognizant, but I still seem normal. I don't know if I have alters. I don't think I do. I feel like that's something you would know. I don't want to be offensive. I do have it, I swear. I was diagnosed. This is bad. This seems bad. Anyways, yeah. Mental health is so goofy. I don't talk about it to people. Only recently have I opened up about it and sought help, which is so important, believe it or not. No one has an immaculate brain that functions perfectly. I definitely don't. But it makes me unique. I am a tortured teenage artist, and I'm proud of it. But I'm working hard. I'm seeing people. I am taking care of myself. I'm showering every day. And I have a great support system, my friends, my family, my adorable cat. It's a good life. And it's not a perfect one, but it's going to do. I live with a brain. That's okay. If you have a brain, welcome to the club. It's pretty fun, right? Keeps things interesting, switches it up. It's more fun to be a little cuckoo. I'm not cuckoo. Yeah. Embrace it, seek help, find ways to improve yourself, and most importantly, yeah, I've said all the wise things I have. I'm out. Bye!